Hello, friends. 784 days of war. In southern war zone, on Kherson front, no changes. Krinky bridgehead holds as before. Zaporizhia fight for Rabatino center continuing, and so is northwest of Verbov. Rimivki salient Russian offensive operation in the west of Staromayorsky continuing, and they made some minor gains. Eurozone no changes. Coming to east on Marinka front, Novomykhailivka, fight persists. Russians made some minor gains, though Ukrainians hold only one observation post now in west of Marinka. Rest 90% plus is under the control of Russian army. While in Masinostrital, Russians hold 80%, no changes. Pobeda, no changes. Georgievka, that is west of Marinka, some small gains for the Russian army, while in north, that is towards Krasnogorovka, Russian army advance approximately 100 meters from the southern direction. Avdivka front, Nevelsky, no changes. However, between Nevelsky and Pervomaisky, Russians made gains. Towards Netailovo, fight continues. Yasno Brodovka, once again fight continues. Udlovka sector, that is towards Umansky, fight continues. About 100 meters of gain for the Russians on the outskirts. Semyonovka, Russians advanced almost 200 meters, while on Berdichi, no changes. North of Avdivka, towards Novobakhmutivka, Russians made some good gains towards the eastern side of it, and so towards Ocheteryne. Novokalinovo, they made gains almost 200 meters from the southern side inside the village, and now they are only 500 meters from Ocheteryne. Bakhmut in southern flank, Kleshivka. Russians advanced in the northwest side, while in Chasiv in Krasnoy direction fight continues. In Canal micro district, they advanced 200 meters. Kalinovo, Bagdonovka, no changes. North of Soledar in Siversk sector, Vimki, no changes, and so is the situation in Varkhny Kaminsky. Fight continues towards Belgorovka, where Russians hold now 10%. Coming to north towards Terny directions, no changes. However, adjacent to its Yampulovka, Ukrainians counterattack and they managed to regain their lost position by almost 200 meters. Sinkyuka direction, no changes. Nothing special on interdiction missions, both the sides using UAVs in quite a lot of number, and the UAVs lethality, their accuracy and control has increased massively. Palestine Israel Middle East, as far as Gaza Strip is concerned, no major changes. IDF continues shelling while Hamas continues counter attacking in a guerrilla warfare fashion. Since the start of war, 9,000 Palestinians are held in Israeli prison, and as far as Hezbollah is concerned, the attacks on Israeli military installations continuing without any break. Jerusalem Post reports that Israel has made up its mind to respond to Iran's strike on its territory, but the timing is not yet decided, quoting some sources. From Africa in Niger, there are lots of protests going on against the US presence militarily. There are around 1100 US troops plus its drone base in Agadez continuing. The Niger government has already annulled the military collaboration between the two countries, but however, the imperialist power is not in a mood to leave this country. Latin America, the president of Ecuador, Daniel Noboa, has said that he has no regrets whatsoever about the raid on Mexican embassy. and arresting ex Vice President of Mexico, George Glass. If you remember, this is the same country where its previous president, Lenin Moreno, had ditched Julian Assange and stopped giving protection to him in his embassy in UK. April 2019 onwards, Julian Assange is in UK custody. Parliament election in India will start day after, that is 19th April, in 7 phases, and final counting will be done on 4th of June. Election is neither fair nor free, and the state machinery as well as media is entirely pro the present regime, which is by any chance is not democratic. Well, that's the scenario today globally, not only in India. And that also brings an end to my talk. Thank you.